Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I would love to have you subscribe, like, comment, and if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me. I haven't done one of those in quite a while. And this isn't going to be story time necessarily, but I did want to chat with you guys, maybe vent a little bit or a lot of it, about some things, as you can tell on my thumbnail, that I've had enough of here on this platform on YouTube. And I have touched on a couple of these things in other videos, but just kind of wanted to go into a little bit more depth here. And then there's a couple things I wanted to talk about that I don't know that I've ever talked about before. And I have some makeup in my collection that I still have not used yet. So it's new to me. It's not necessarily new out in the makeup world, but I'm really excited to finally give a couple things a try here, and then other things I've used before. So what am I going to be using for my eyeshadow palette? I'll be using the Nomad Fetes de Provence palette that I got for myself in July for my birthday. And it's now October. Better late than never, I guess. And I think this is such a gorgeous color story. I've seen a lot of people create looks with this palette. Amazing. I'm so excited to finally be getting this out and using it today. And then for my foundation, I got the Catrice foundation. This is the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, lasts up to 24 hours, mattifying, water and sweat proof, second skin effect. Ooh, and I've seen a lot of people use this and they really like it, so I'm hoping I like it too. And then I have just a few other things, kind of odds and ends that I've had in my collection for a while. So if you guys are interested in seeing how this looks going to come together, and also listen to me chat a little bit, vent maybe a lot of it, then please sit back, relax, kick your feet up, grab a coffee, maybe grab a snack, and let's get started. All right, let's get started with this get ready with me, shall we? Now I have done my brows and I used this, and this has the longest title of any brow pencil I have ever used. This is the Item Makeup, get ready for it, Brow Chow Ultra Fine Defining Brow Pencil in the shade Deep Brunette. And I just love this. I initially found this off of Ipsy, and then I think I found this one, at Marshall's maybe? It works really well. It just fills my brows in nicely, and it's got this little brush here on this end, this little flat brush, and then it just kind of disperses the product nice and evenly through my brows, and I love that. Now I'm going to prime my face. This is the Glassy Primer by Touch and Soul, and I love this because it just makes your skin look a little bit more skin-like when you go in with your foundation, and since that's a mattifying foundation, I thought it would be nice to have more of a glowy primer. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this down here. Now, I have mentioned this before in other videos, so I'm not trying to be like super repetitive or beat a dead horse or whatever the phrase is, but I have noticed over the past, I don't know, month or two that I'm not getting people's notifications. Okay, really irritating to me. So like, you know, I'll be looking through my feed and I'll see that like 3 or 4 of my friends have uploaded a video, yet I didn't know that because I didn't get their notification. And Dion recommended that I go in and like unclick the bell, click it again, and select all. Now, rest assured, I always click all when I subscribe to somebody's channel. But I think I have a theory here. Now I'm going to go in with my eye primer. This is the P. Louise eyeshadow base in Rumor 01. YouTube has kind of done some updating here. You know, like now when you go to the, I think I'm actually just going to do one eye on camera here just to kind of save time. When you go into like a video, you know, confetti flies around and it changes color. That's so cute. My husband thinks that's amazing. He's like, oh my God, that's so cool. I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty cool. And also like my YouTube studio on my phone has changed. Like, I don't know, just kind of the format's a little bit different. The font's a little bit different. And I think that when they started doing these updates, it kind of just changed some things. But still, I want to get people's notifications, you know, especially my friends. You know, I always want to make sure that I'm, you know, trying to do my best to watch people's videos. And so I've just been going down my subscription list and unclicking the bell and then clicking it again. Now let's go into the palette. Nomad Fetes de Provence palette. And I really want to use like these shades over here because I just think they're gorgeous. And I might throw in that yellow shimmer too. So I think what I will do is start off with this shade right here. Oh boy, these are in French. That's right. Côte d'Azur. I used to take French years ago when I was in high school, years ago, and it just did not stay in my head at all. And then another issue that I'm having is my subscriber count. It's just kind of all over the place. And that happens, you know, people subscribe, they unsubscribe, you know, totally makes sense. I get that. You know, I don't want people subscribed to my channel if they don't like my content. I mean, of course not. And, you know, you might gain a couple, lose a couple, you know, over like, you know, weeks time span or whatever. Sometimes you go through kind of a growth spurt and then things kind of stagnate. You don't really gain any subscribers and you kind of go through another one or whatever. And that's totally normal. You know, that's what happens. But what's been happening to me lately is it's just been a yo-yo, just up, down, up, down. You know, I'll gain one, lose one, gain one, lose one, gain two, lose two, gain two, lose one, gain three, lose two. I'm like, what in the world? And the thing that's been so bizarre is I've noticed, like, I'll go to bed at night and I'll have, you know, a certain amount of subscribers. And then when I get up in the morning, it'll say, you know, you gained 3 subscribers, and, you know, they're publicly subscribed, so I can see who they are. And I'm like, oh, that's great. How fun. And I'll go and check my subscriber count and it hasn't budged. And I'm thinking, okay, either 3 people subscribed and then 3 other people unsubscribed during the night, or those 3 people just decided they didn't like me and unsubscribed, which that's fine, you know, whatever floats your boat. But it just seems a little bizarre. Now I'm going to grab a different brush here and I'm going to go into, gosh, this is tough. I think this one maybe, Marche de Provence. Oh, geez. If you guys speak French, please go easy on me in the comment section because I'm doing my best here. But, you know, I've been involved in 3 pretty large group collabs. I did the Rocker Chick group collab, and then the Christmas in July one, and then also just did the Hello Fall. And, you know, in my experience, how these things get formed is that I'll get a DM on Instagram from a creator, and they'll say, hey, you know, so-and-so is putting together this group collab and we're needing some people to join in. Would you like to join? Sure, that'd be great. So then I get pulled into like a group chat on Instagram with all of us that are going to be taking part in the group collab. And, you know, there's been a few people that I haven't been subscribed to, you know, not on purpose necessarily. It's just, you know, I don't know every single person, of course, on this platform that has a channel. And it's always great to find new people to subscribe to and support and watch their videos and whatnot and make, you know, new friendships. It's awesome. So, you know, I will go and subscribe to their channels if I'm not already. And, you know, a lot of times I'm at work or, you know, I'm busy doing something at home and I don't have time to stop what I'm doing in that moment and go and watch their videos and whatnot. And YouTube will just arbitrarily unsubscribe me from their channel, or YouTube will unsubscribe them from my channel. And in some cases, especially with like the Christmas in July group collab, there were a couple of people that YouTube had unsubscribed me like 4 or 5 times. I'd go back and subscribe, they'd unsubscribe me. I'd watch their video. I'd comment in the comment section. They'd unsubscribe me. I'd watch 2 of their videos, the whole video, comment, they'd unsubscribe me. I'm like, what in the heck is going on here? And I understand that YouTube is trying to do away with bot subscribers. I get that. But I am clearly not a bot. The other people that are taking part in this group collab, they are also not bots. I mean, we're people. We have channels. Hello. So what are you doing here, YouTube? It's just really bizarre. And I've noticed that the closer that I get to 1,000 subscribers, the more this is happening. And I know that when you hit 1,000 subscribers, you can apply for the AdSense program. Now, I want to make something very clear here, okay? Very clear. I do not think that once I hit 1,000 subscribers that I'm going to do YouTube full-time, quit my job, buy a Porsche, and move to Hawaii, okay? I know that's not going to happen. I know it's very minimal income or very minimal that you make off AdSense. I understand that, like, you know, I might make 20 cents in 6 months. Now I think I'll go into, ooh, that's so pretty. I'm going to go into that. That is called Savon de Marseille. And I'm going to put that towards the outer part of the lid. But, you know, you can apply for that AdSense program. And, you know, think about it. There are tons of channels here on this platform. Tons. Not just makeup channels, but all kinds of channels. And, you know, oh yeah, that is so pretty. And, you know, the closer people get to 1,000, you know, I'm sure YouTube's going, yeah, there's a lot of people that are going to be on this AdSense program. And I don't know that there's enough advertisements to kind of handle that kind of growth. You know, I don't know, maybe there is. I don't know, there may be an infinite amount of advertisements or whatever. But, you know, I would think that might be maybe a little bit of a concern or a struggle for YouTube. I have no idea. But, you know, I know that we all work hard on our channels. We like to put, you know, content together that you guys want to see, and we are editing and we're filming, and, you know, a lot goes into having a YouTube channel. My choice. This is not what I do for a living. I don't have to do this. I've chosen to do this. So I'm not sitting here being like, this is really hard work and I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I mean, you know, it's fun. It's really fun. But there is some preparation and some planning and some stuff that goes into having a channel. And it's nice to see your channel grow. You know, it's nice to see success with what you're doing. It's cool. But when you see things that are kind of just going up and down and up and down, and you know, you don't see the growth, but you think you kind of are seeing the growth, but then it's not really reflecting. It's just weird. So now I'm going to put that brush down and grab another one here if I can grab it. Geez, and I'm going to go into this shade here. This is called Fleur De Mimosa. Ooh, very cool. And there's bees on here. This is such a cute palette. It's got those cool little embossments or imprints, or I never know what they're called, on the shades. I just love that. This is a little flaky. That's okay. Flaky in a good way. I'm flaky in a good way, I hope. I'm just going to put this towards the front of the lid here. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Oh, I love yellow and purple together. And this has kind of got a cool shift to it. That's really pretty. The thing that I think is interesting about the whole bot subscriber thing, theory, is that I know that when I go and upload a video, not so much anymore, but for a while there, every single time I would upload, within about, I don't know, 20 seconds, there would be a comment in my comment section from some random person or bot, I guess. I don't know what it is exactly. But that had a link to a porn site in my comment section, which no thanks. I don't need you to leave links to a porn site in my comment section. You know, come on. So I'd have to go and delete that, and like, you know, I'd report it, I'd delete it, I would block the person. Or I would have another comment that would say, it's like, I don't know, that maybe the person's name is like Joe Schmo, and it would say, hey folks, I just discovered a way to find out if your girlfriend's cheating on you on Instagram. Click on this link and you can see too. And I'm thinking, okay, what's going on here? Like, you're working so hard to get rid of bot subscribers, yet you're letting this stuff come through. Just really annoying. Like I said, I don't really see that so much anymore, but for a long time, I mean, it was every single video I was uploading. So that bothers me a little bit too. Like, okay, you won't allow me to subscribe to a friend, but you're going to let somebody put this weird crap on my, I don't know, it's just weird. So now I think what I'll do is go back in with, I think I'll just grab my BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm going to deepen this up a little bit. This is called Hotz Alps. Okay. That's probably not what it's called, but hey, and put this, just kind of deepen this outer corner up a little bit here. I did my other eye, and now I'm going to be applying my foundation. And of course, this is the Catrice Cosmetics HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. Lasts up to 24 hours. Mattifying, water and sweat proof, second skin effect. And I did not tell you what the shade is. This is 035 Natural Beige. And I'm not going to like drip this all down my face. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my back of my hand here. I do have a point here behind all my rambling. You guys might think, could you get to the point maybe? I guess what I'm getting at here is that, you know, I just wish that YouTube would just leave well enough alone sometimes, you know, like if I don't want somebody subscribed to my channel, I can unsubscribe them, you know, I can remove them, block them, whatever. I don't know. It just seems really strange. And, you know, I do think it's good to prevent bot subscribers and stuff, but at the same time, like, I just kind of want to know what their way of doing that is. Like, you know, is it like a software program that they use, or is it actual like live people? I don't want to have to go and subscribe. Nobody should have to go and resubscribe to somebody 4 or 5 times. I mean, come on. I also don't think that because sometimes you don't have time to go and watch somebody's video, I don't think that they should unsubscribe you either. We all have lives. We're all busy. It just seems weird. I don't know. I just... maybe it's not weird and I'm over exaggerating or overreacting, but it just seems really strange to me that happens. One of my friends too, who has, I think she has over 3,000 subscribers now. She was telling me that one night she went to bed and she woke up and she'd lost 150 subscribers. And she was like, you know, and like I said, that does happen. People do unsubscribe from your channel. You know, I've unsubscribed from people's channel. I just don't watch them anymore, or I don't know. I'd rather watch someone else, or I don't really know what the reasoning is, or maybe they're just kind of going down a road that I'm not going down with them, you know, whatever. But, you know, that's not really the issue. The issue is, like I said, is just leaving well enough alone. And I do kind of feel like this is a little too dark for me, a little too dark. I've had this foundation for, I think did I get this for myself for my birthday too? I got this off Amazon. It's a nice foundation. I really like the coverage and I like the formula of it. It looks really pretty. Very like skin-like looking. And yeah, I like it. It's cool, but it's a little dark. It's not going to match my neck, that's for damn sure. Now I'm going to put on my concealer, and this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I think this is what, an ivory? Yes, and I love this. My favorite concealer ever. Now, I do want to talk about a couple things that I don't think I've ever really talked much about on my channel, if at all. And I think some of you might disagree with me with what I'm going to say, and that's okay. We can agree to disagree. I don't know, where people stand on every issue, of course. And I've been watching YouTube videos now for, years. I mean, even before I got into makeup, I was watching other YouTube videos. And I've always seen, it's gotten better, I think, as time has gone on, but I've always seen, really negative, nasty, awful comments in people's comment section of their videos. You just, every so often you'll see one and you're like, whoa. And it's never sat well with me. I've never really understood that. There's people on YouTube, not necessarily makeup creators, but there's people on here that I don't necessarily like. I don't watch their videos. I'm not really into their content, and I have never left a really nasty, mean, negative comment, because I determined pretty quickly there is an X at the upper right corner of the video, and you can just touch that and get right out of their video if you don't like what you're seeing. And I know that there are trolls, not the good kind of troll, not Dion Troll Nation kind of troll here, but the bad kind of trolls, that their whole mission in life is to just drop comment bombs in the comment section of people's videos. I get that. But it's always really kind of bugged me. And in some cases, it's really, really, really bugged me. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I have a really close friend here on this platform, and I'm not going to name names here, who had a really nasty, mean, negative comment left in the comment section of one of her videos. It was awful. I mean, really awful. And it was basically, like putting her down for her appearance. And she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and one of the most talented women I've ever seen on this platform, ever. And it really hurt her. Now I'm going to powder my face. And this is the CoverGirl Clean Professional Loose Setting Powder in 105 Translucent. I got this for my full face of drugstore makeup collab with Dion. And I love it. I really do like this powder a lot. It's kind of got a weird smell. It smells like Noxzema. And now I'm just going to apply this to my face, of course. But she sent me a screenshot of the comment. And I just was like, oh my God, it was horrible. And, I instantly get defensive for her. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to find out who this person is. And I'm going to just go off on him. And I thought, okay, don't do that. Because I think people sometimes, that's what their whole goal is. They want to start this big, huge comment war in the comment section. And she ended up just deleting the comment, blocking the person, which is exactly what, I and some of my other friends encouraged her to do. And I know that some people will say things like, you shouldn't delete negative comments because that's, you're not being authentic, and, people have the right to their opinions and they don't always have to agree with you. And, you've chosen to start a social media platform or channel or whatever. You can't just always have it be sunshine and unicorn farts, which, okay, fine. But I also don't think that anybody needs to see those kind of awful, nasty comments. I just don't, either the creator or other viewers. It just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and it's just yucky. I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody not wanting that kind of crap on their channel. I really don't. You can agree to disagree on that. I don't know, maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. But I just don't think there's a need to have negative yuckiness in the comment section of somebody's video. I really don't. Now I'm going to do my lower waterline, and this is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Amethyst Hour. And then a couple of weeks later, she got another kind of negative comment. This one wasn't as bad, but it still wasn't the nicest. And this comment basically said that my friend did not know how to do her makeup, and that she should go onto this other person's channel who's pretty popular here on this platform and watch her if she wants to learn how to do her makeup correctly. Like, okay. And my friend is very talented. I mean, one of the most talented people on here, I believe. And also she said, and you need to quit saying so many good things about the makeup you're using. You don't need to go on and on and on about it. Well, if you really like makeup, you're going to go on and on and on about it. I mean, I do that all the time here on my channel, which maybe that's annoying. I don't know. So anyway, I just was like, oh, geez. So where's the palette? Here it is. Okay, so now I'm going to do my lower lash line. And I'm going to start off with this shade here called Marche de Provence, I believe. So my friend then responded to this person and said, you know, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, this other creator. And yep, she's amazing. She's one of my favorites. She's kind of like my idol here on this platform. However, you know, this is how I do my makeup, and I'm going to continue to do my makeup like this. And, you know, maybe my channel is just not the right place for you. Have a good day. And I thought that was the perfect, you know, response to that. Well, then the person comments back and says, you know, this is constructive criticism, and you do well to learn the difference between constructive criticism and negativity. And, you know, you chose to start your channel, and you are going to have to learn to accept the bad with the good. And I disagree with that. Why do you have to accept the bad? You know what I mean? Why do you have to have negative comments left in the comment section of your videos? Why do people feel the need to leave negative comments in comment sections of people's videos? I don't understand that. Like, so because, you know, we've chosen to come on to YouTube or, you know, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, Facebook, I don't know. That means that you are just guaranteed and you have to take negativity. I don't agree with that. I really don't. And not that I think that, you know, we need to live in the land of Laura Ingalls. Dion, that's what Dion always calls me, is Laura Ingalls. You know, I don't necessarily think that, but I also don't think that, you know, you have to be forced to read and be bombarded with negativity. I don't. I think we have enough of that in our society right now. Enough of this whole cancel culture, you know, let's hate everybody. I don't know. I don't really like that. And I don't agree with her. Anyway, this person ended up apologizing to my friend because another one of our friends was like, hey, like, this isn't constructive criticism. You're kind of being a jerk here. You're kind of being a bully. And, you know, she's a wonderful, talented creator here. So just, you know, back off a little bit. And she said, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. So that was nice. Okay, now I'm going to go and grab another brush here. And I'm going to go into this shade here. This is the, I'm not even trying to say it, Hotes Alps. I don't know. God, I'm horrible. And I have had a little bit of negativity left on my channel. Somebody told me that I was the most annoying person that they'd ever seen on YouTube. And at first I was like, oh, they think I'm the most annoying person ever. And I read that to my husband, and he just started laughing. He goes, well, who is that? Do you know who they are? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, who cares? Like, yeah, maybe you annoy that person, you know, that's whatever. But he's like, just delete it, block them, whatever. I don't think I blocked him. I think I did delete the comment. And I do think that there is a difference between really negative comments and constructive criticism. I do. And I'm going to show you something right now. So I had a couple people, subscribers of mine, tell me that I should not raise my eyebrows as high as I raise them when I put my eyeshadow on. I'm going to show you something. Let me grab this brush here. This is kind of a bigger brush. But I have hooded eyes or deep set eyes. I don't know exactly what they are. But if I leave my eyebrows the way they are and I don't raise them, and I go in with a brush like this to my, okay, look where that's hitting me. I don't know if you can see. But it's hitting the pad of my eye, which that's not where I want my transition shade to be. Or it's going to go into my eyebrow, or it's going to be right on my eyelashes. I can't do that. So I have to raise my eyebrows a little bit and shut my eye a little bit, and then I can get in there to my transition area. Now that might not look the same to you from your vantage point. You might look at me and think, well, yeah, you got plenty of room there to do that. You don't need to raise your eyebrows. But really, I don't. So that's why I do that. And maybe I don't need to raise them as high as I do, but that's just what I do. Now I'm going to do my bronzer, and this is the NYX Professional Makeup Matte Bronzer in the shade Medium. Yeah, medium matte bronzer. Oakley got me this for our collab together. This was really cool. We did like a makeup exchange collab. That was really fun. And I've also had someone tell me that I should not refer to neutral palettes as neutral. I should call them natural, which I don't know. I never really have heard anybody else do that. And maybe that's the case, but you know, I just call them neutral palettes. And you know, I'm not a big makeup aficionado. So, and I could be saying that wrong. And if I am, you know, I apologize, but that's just what I call them, is neutral palettes. And And that's fine. You know, those kind of things are fine. You know, of course, I want suggestions. You know, I've had people say, I wouldn't have put that shade there. I would have put it here. And, you know, and that's great. You know, that I welcome those types of things. Like, yeah, give me some suggestions. That's great. Doesn't mean I'm never maybe going to do those things. But, you know, I still want the suggestion because, and not that I don't want to do them, it's because I'm going to forget about it. My brain's going to go, oh, where'd that go? And it was interesting. My husband made a really good point. I read him those comments that my friend had sent me from those two people that had left her those not very nice comments. And I read those to him and he goes, well, who are those people? Like, are you guys friends with those people? Like, do you know them? Are these people that, you know, normally comment a lot in the comment section of her videos? And I said, I don't think so. And he said, well, do they have a channel? And I said, I don't think they do. And he said, well, what I would say to these people is then get on here and have a channel, you know, make a channel here. If you're so beautiful and perfect and you don't have any flaws and you're so wonderful at doing your makeup, then get your buns on here and start your own channel, you know, and show us all what we're missing. Show us all how to do it the right way. I thought that was the perfect response to that. He said, you know, it's really easy to sit, you know, kind of be an armchair warrior and sit at home behind the safety and comfort of your computer screen or your phone screen or whatever, and, you know, flap your yap and, you know, cut somebody out at the knees. That's real easy. But, you know, these people are so perfect and so awesome and they just know exactly what they're doing. Then come on with it, you know, show us. I thought, yeah, good point, honey. Now I'm going to put on my blush, and this is the Milani Rose Powder Blush in the shade 13 Wild Rose, or 1-3, I don't know. And I do also think, and this is where things get a little tricky, I do believe in freedom of speech. I do. I mean, you know, that's a constitutional right that we all have. So then, you know, that's where it gets tricky. Is that just freedom of speech, or is that hate speech, you know? And I don't agree with hate speech. But at the same time, what could be considered hate speech to me might not be considered hate speech to you. So that's where the kind of controversy, I think, kind of comes in. That's why I said, like, you may not agree with what I'm saying here. Because censorship is a big deal, and it's something that I think it's a tough thing, because like I said, you know, what someone might think is horrible and awful and should be censored, somebody else might say, hey, no, they have every right to say that. So I don't know. I don't really want to go down that road because that's a whole nother can of worms. But I do think that, you know, that is kind of part of this whole thing, is like, okay, so where do you draw the line? The bottom line here, what I'm really trying to get at here, is I do not think that anybody, wow, that's a lot of blush on my nose. I have to go back over with my sponge. Holy cow. This is pretty pigmented blush. I do think, however, that you have the right to remove those comments from the comment section. Where's my sponge? There it is. I do think that you have the right to remove those comments from your videos if you're a creator. I don't think that you should be forced to have to look at that. I don't think you're a wimp or a baby or anything if you choose to take those off. Now I'm going to go into this highlighter. This is the St. Lux highlighter in Celestial. I think I got this in my very first Ice Cream Beauty box, I'm pretty sure. To put this on. I love these highlighters. I have another one of these that's a little bit like lighter pink, kind of like baby pink. It's so pretty. But I don't agree that, you know, you're a phony or you're not being authentic if you remove negative comments. I don't. And I also think, and this also might be somewhere where you guys might disagree with me. Oh, wow, that's a lot of highlighter. I look like a disco ball. I also think that the other viewers or subscribers or whatever, report that crap. Report it. Like, I don't mean to sound like, you know, the YouTube police here. But I do think it's okay to report negativity like that and shut these people down, you know? Like, they can go, you know, kick rocks or play in the sandbox somewhere else. They don't need to be on YouTube causing a bunch of ruckus. I think we all kind of know the difference between constructive criticism and really negative, nasty comments, you know? Somebody that's making disparaging remarks about somebody's appearance, which that just absolutely boggles my mind. Like, I learned in preschool that you don't do that, you know? You don't make fun of somebody. You don't say negative things about their appearance. You know, that drives me crazy. I am going to try to do my eyeliner on camera today. And I'm going to use the Rimmel, yeah, this is the Rimmel London Scandalize Precision Micro Eyeliner in the shade Black. And I usually always go off camera to do this, but I'm going to try to do it on camera today. Just because I feel like my hands aren't super shaky today. And I don't know if my eyesight is getting better or what, but I feel like I can see better. It's weird. And there's always going to be negativity. I mean, always, you know, there's a lot of really unhappy, miserable people out there, and they want everyone else to be just as miserable and unhappy as they are. I get that. You know, I don't think that we're ever going to live in a world where, you know, like I said, it's sunshine and unicorn farts. I don't think that. But I just think that with as much negativity floats around in this world, I just wish that we could all maybe kind of band together and get that to stop somehow. I don't know how you do that. Maybe I'm living in the land of make-believe. I just think, you know, if you don't like somebody, you don't like their content, or you don't like them as a person, then just don't watch them. Oh, you know what? I do want to put a little bit of this in my inner corner here. I'd like to know, like, what you guys think of negative comments. Like, you know, do you see them often? If you're a creator, how do you handle it? Like, do you delete them? Do you block them? Do you leave them alone? You know, what do you do? How do you handle that? And I'd like to know what you guys think about the things I've said here. Do you agree with me? If you think, oh man, you're really off the mark here. Now I'm going to put on some mascara. And of course I'm going to use this. This is the Gosh Cosmetics Catchy Eyes Mascara that Pia sent to me from Denmark. And oh, I love this mascara. It is gorgeous. And I feel like a little bit of this goes a long way. Like, you know what I mean? I don't ever usually put more than one coat of mascara on. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't know. But I feel like, you know, you don't really need to use, you know, 52 coats of this. It looks really nice. I love it. Pia, thank you so much for sending this to me. Now let's put on the lipstick. I'm going to use this. This is the Half Caked, let's see, liquid lipstick in the shade Low Key. And I haven't used this in a really long time. I used to use this liquid lipstick constantly. And I don't know why I just quit using it. I thought this would be a nice shade today. And it smells like coconut. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go downstairs and dry my hair, kind of put myself together a little bit more, and I'll come back and film the outro, so don't go anywhere. Okay, so I dried my hair and I straightened it. I just didn't want to really look like a drowned rat here. I kind of wanted to put myself together a little bit more for the outro here. I really liked everything that I used in my look today. My older products, they worked great. I knew they would. I love them so very much. And the two new things I used, or new to me things that I used, are the foundation. This is the Catrice Cosmetics HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. Lasts up to 24 hours. Mattifying, water and sweat proof, second skin effect in the shade 035 Natural Beige. I love this. I've seen so many people use this on their channels, and I was like, oh, I got to get it. And it was sold out at Ulta, and so I got it off Amazon for, I think, what, $12? Works great. It's too dark, but hey, you know, that's what happens to me sometimes. I'm the worst at choosing foundation shades. And then the palette. This is the Nomad Cosmetics Fetes de Provence palette I used today. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Another win from Nomad Cosmetics. And you know, when I first looked at this color story, to me it was very like romantic and whimsical and kind of, you know, unicorn farts and sunshine. And then I actually kind of feel like I pulled together a grungy look with this color story. I got a little bit of grunge going on here. I love the shades that I chose. The mattes, they blended out beautifully, as all Nomad mattes do. The shimmers are absolutely beautiful, very dynamic, just amazing, and I cannot wait to use this again. I'm so glad that I finally use this after getting it for myself in July. It's October. Oops. Now, I know that this video was very rambly, and I do apologize for that. And I hope that you got something out of this video, whether you're a viewer, subscriber, or you have a channel. A couple things I just want to kind of leave off with. Number one, I just wish that YouTube would just kind of leave well enough alone, you know? Don't mess with our notifications. Don't mess with our subscribers. You know, let people stay subscribed to who they are choosing to be subscribed to. You know, I don't really understand that. I get that they're trying to crack down on bot subscribers. I understand that. But what I find interesting, and I know I already said this, but I'm just going to kind of summarize here, is the fact that I still get these weird comments in my comment section with porn links in them, or just these weird things. And it's like, okay, well, why are you letting that through, but you're not allowing me to subscribe to one of my friends here? That just doesn't make any sense to me. And I know that us as creators, you know, we do work hard. I mean, of course, this is a fun thing. It's a hobby. It's a passion. I understand that. But I do know that we do put a lot of our time and energy and effort into our channels. And we want to see success. We want to see growth. And, you know, I might stay a teeny tiny itty bitty little channel for forever while I'm on this platform. And that's totally fine. But what I'm getting at here is I don't want people to be removed from my channel if they don't want to be, you know, and I don't want to see that for anybody's channel, mine or anybody else's. You know, I think it's important that if you find someone on this platform that you want to support, that you're able to do that and that YouTube isn't messing around with things. And as far as the negativity goes, and I know I am Laura Ingalls, I know I am. I live in the land of sunshine and rainbows, I get it. But I just don't see the point of that on anybody's channel. I don't. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with removing a negative comment. As a viewer, I don't really want to see that. And as a creator, I don't really want to see that either. I don't think it makes somebody weak or a wimp or a baby or they can't handle reality because they're removing a negative comment. I think that's well within your right to do that. And I also believe that there is a huge difference between constructive criticism and just out and out blatant evisceration. If you have a suggestion or idea of something you think I should try or should do differently, that's wonderful. I welcome that. But I don't welcome just absolute nastiness. I don't think anybody should. And I also know that there is, you know, that kind of tricky thing with freedom of speech. I do not agree with censorship. But I don't agree with hate speech either at all, and I never will. And that's the thing, you know, that's where it gets tricky. That's why this has always been kind of a controversial subject, is because what one person might consider hate speech, another person's completely fine with. And that does get a little tricky. So I don't know. I just wanted to talk about some things that have been bouncing around in my head, things that are kind of bugging me, things that just kind of get under my skin. It's always nice to sit down and film and talk to you guys and have you talk to me in the comment section. We kind of work things out. You always give me like a new perspective and tons of support and love. And I always I just cherish that so very much. So please let me know what you think of the things I've been talking about in the comment section, whether you are a viewer and subscriber or whether you have a channel or not. Just let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this look. I really do like how it came together. This was just really fun to sit down, put some makeup on, and chat with you guys. I love this. And I'm really going to start doing more of these types of videos on my channel because this is just where my happy spot is. I just love doing these. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day or evening to sit down and watch my video. It always means the world to me. If you have subscribed, you would like to subscribe, do not forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're aware of all of my future uploads. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video. But in the meantime, please take care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and I hope to see you very soon. Thanks again, you guys. Take care. Bye.
Drop it.